And so this video begins at the Sevierville Buc-ee's, or as folks say around here, Buc-ee, Sevierville. I think I'm saying that right. I just moved to these parts. Well, it's been about 2 months. It's full. I've noticed gas is pretty cheap in these parts here in Tennessee. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. I know you. It's my fiance.
Welcome to Buc-ee's, everybody.
All right, so you drove separate.
Yep.
Because you're going on a road trip.
Going on a road trip.
And there he is. Do we say Sevierville or Sevierville? It's a mouthful.
Yeah.
I think.
Say Sevierville.
Yeah, I think that's what the locals say, Sevierville. It's kind of like Louisville. Do I need a Buc-ee's waffle maker? That would be cool. I don't even really like waffles. I'm more of a pancake guy, but maybe I should eat more. Maybe if I had a Buc-ee's waffle maker for $29.99, I would eat more waffles. Lego my Eggo. Or Lego my Beaver. No, that doesn't sound right. And something recently new to Buc-ee's. Buc-ee has his own school book. Or own little picture book. All right, I got my sweet tea. Chris has got her road snacks for her trip.
Yep.
Are you ready?
I'm ready. I'm excited. I wish you were coming with me.
I wish I was too.
But I appreciate you staying back for Bella. It's literally just for Bella.
We got to stay back for Bella.
Yep.
And also, I will. I don't know what I was gonna say, but I'm gonna do something.
Okay.
I don't want to spoil it.
Yeah.
All right. I just said goodbye. Goodbye.
Yeah. See you in a few days.
Yes, we'll see you.
Yep.
Much ahead.
Yep.
And be careful out there.
I will. Yeah. I will.
I love you.
Love you too.
All right. Just said goodbye to my lovely fiance. I'm really gonna miss her. I hope she has a great trip. Please check out her channel to see where she's going. I'll put a link in the description below. I have pulled over here behind this hotel. This is Interstate 40 over here. Buc-ee's back that way. This is a perfect, quiet spot to begin this video because we have a lot to talk about here. Welcome back to the channel. Welcome if it's your first time. I am Tampa J, and I was born in the late 80s. I always considered myself an 80s kind of 90s kid. The 80s kids, truly, have had a rough freaking week. Ozzy Osbourne. I still can't believe it. It took me a while to accept it. That man is gone. I used to be in a hardcore metal band. Ozzy was always one of my greatest influences. I never got to see him. I never got to meet him. And there are millions of people out there saying the same thing right now. I cannot believe the Prince of Darkness is gone. That is still blowing my mind. My condolences to all those people hurting out there, all those fans, his friends, his family. Also, if you're a big fan of The Cosby Show, Malcolm Jamal Warner, who played Theo, one of the greatest sitcoms of all time, one of the greatest characters in that show. Mr. Theo sadly passed away in Costa Rica just before Ozzy did. And then yesterday, Hulk Hogan, wrestling superstar, transformed wrestling as we know today. It was the guys in the 70s that really got things up and got people excited, like Ric Flair. But it was Hulk Hogan, Andre the Giant, the first days of WWF and WrestleMania, all of that stuff that made the 80s and 90s the ultimate wrestling eras, in my opinion. And it's a fact. Millions upon millions of kids looked up to the Hulkster. As I've stated before, I did. 3 weeks ago, I was out here in Pigeon Forge, and I visited Hulk Hogan's new beach or wrestling shop, not the beach shop, wrestling shop. It's soft open, and I did a whole tour, and I talked about my history being from the Clearwater Beach and Tampa Bay area. My first Florida home was Clearwater Beach. That's where his beach shop is. That's where his restaurant is. That's where he just passed away, his home. I mentioned so many times over the years in videos when I visited his beach shop and the restaurant that I knew exactly where he lived, and I never showed it, whether I said it or I didn't. I never showed it out of respect because I didn't want to film Hulk Hogan's house so people could just show up. I knew because I knew people that knew Hulk. I grew up around that area, and you know, out of respect, I never showed it. Over the years, I ran into Hulk Hogan so many times. Passed him on his motorcycle many a times. Rode up an escalator with him. Hello, Hulk. Nick Hogan, his son, was with him. What's up, brother? Got that a lot. Saw him at a restaurant one time. My mom actually sold Terry. That's his real name, or was his real name. Still is his real name. I can't believe I'm saying that. Hulk Hogan is passed. My mom sold him a car. She worked at Mercedes-Benz on 19 in Clearwater, and many years ago, and they became friends for a few days there. And Mom was telling me all about it. I never formally got to meet him, but I've said hi to Hulk Hogan at least 4 times. I, myself, and Cris the Girl were living right across from Robinson High School in Tampa, in South Tampa, a couple years ago when we had to evacuate for Hurricane Ian. You remember that? We were literally right across from Hulk Hogan's high school. Used to walk Bella over there and look over and like, oh, that's where Hulk Hogan went. Go Knights. There's a lot of people hurting out there. There's a lot of feelings with Ozzy, with Jamal, with Hulk Hogan. I know Hulk Hogan is not the most perfect person in the world. There's a lot of things he's said over the years that I do not agree with. Of course. I think Adam the Woo, my good friend, he was out at the shop in Orlando yesterday, Hulk Hogan's shop in Orlando on International Drive, and he said it best. I always do too. I separate the art from the artist. There's a way to celebrate someone's success and their fame, especially when it happened years ago, and there's a way not to celebrate the bad things they did. I believe that's a thing. It's not right, it's not wrong, it just is what it is. And people change too, but there is no denying the fact that Hulk Hogan changed wrestling, and to millions upon millions of kids back in the 80s was their ultimate hero. It was Hulk Hogan, Andre the Giant for me, also Jake the Snake, The Undertaker, eventually Sting, The Rock, Stone Cold Steve Austin, Booker T, a lot of my favorite wrestlers, but Hulk Hogan was king of all those back then. And I shout out to my good cousin Brandon. I know he's hurting. He was a huge Hulk Hogan fan. His room was Hulk Hogan. I remember him always imitating him when we would have like wrestling fights and whatnot. We were kids, man, and these guys were legendary, and we all wanted to be wrestlers back in those days. 80s and 90s were the best eras for wrestling, in my opinion, and the guys from the 70s really shaped what it is today. But it was Hulk Hogan that made wrestling what it is today. 3 weeks ago, I didn't really say it, but they told me at the shop that Hulk Hogan would be at the Pigeon Forge store for the grand opening, and it was that time I decided to be there whenever it was gonna be, so I would, you know, be there with Hulk Hogan at the grand opening of his Pigeon Forge store. And now that's not gonna happen. Yesterday I heard from a friend, Mr. Mark Muncie, that the Hogan's wrestling shop in Pigeon Forge was closed, and then I heard back today that it's reopened. So I want to go take a look at that. But today we are going to go check out the Pigeon Forge, Hulk Hogan's wrestling shop, Pigeon Forge, to see what's going on. There's a rumor, because Hulk Hogan was so heavily involved with these stores and his restaurant, there's a rumor that they may close up. I don't know. At least we're going to go see what's going on, see if anything's changed since we last been up there, and maybe get more of the story. Sometime in the future, if I find out more, if we don't find out today, I will come back. And I just want to thank everyone out there and say sorry to everyone grieving, the families, the fans, everyone out there with all those mixed emotions right now. This has always been a platform to get away. I started this channel to get away from all the negative stuff, and it will forever be that. I end every video by saying, know you're awesome, know you're loved, and no matter who you are, what you're going through, just know that there's always much ahead. And I believe that in my heart. There's much ahead for you, for everyone out there, all people. And that's how I promote, not promote, but that's how I put out there. You know, that's what I put out there. And I'm going to start my video today with saying what I say at the end. I'll say it again, but I just want you guys to know how much I appreciate you watching. And if you're a fan of Hulk Hogan, Ozzy Osbourne, or Jamal Warner, please feel free to leave a comment below and vent and let it all out there. And I I really appreciate that, guys. So thank you so much for always watching and sticking with me. We're gonna go check out another Pigeon Forge roadside attraction, and goodbye, farewell to Hulk Hogan. The world will be different for sure. There's much ahead. All right, Hulksters, we made it. These are the shops of Pigeon Forge. We've got Hulk Hogan up here in sign form. The store's not there, but he's right there. We showed this the last time we were out here. The store is actually right next to the Dollar Tree. Also in this plaza, you have Cooters, the Dukes of Hazzard Museum, right there. And also, very recent, Micro Wrestling. They have a show every night at I think like 6 or 6:30. That's fairly new here. I learned that the last time I was here. Shout out to Ryan from Adventures Out There, who met me up here the day we did the soft open, that episode. Right there, I see a lot of people going in and out. I see some stuff going on over here. I think I just heard some shouting from the wrestling over there. Hulk Hogan's wrestling shop is technically not open. They have not had their grand opening yet. Someone's driving this Dodge plastered Hulk Hogan's wrestling shop, Pigeon Forge. I noticed that it does have a Florida plate on it. Probably drove it up from Clearwater, Orlando. Hulk is heavily involved, or was heavily involved with these stores. It's a close group of people, from my understanding. Not a big company. There's the Micro Wrestling. If you're interested in seeing that, I saw the Micro Wrestling happen, their traveling crew, at the Florida Fair in Orlando a couple years back. I got that all in the video. It was a great time. It was a great experience. Hulk Hogan's wrestling shop. And look here on the sidewalk before the window. People have left flowers and trinkets and candles. Wow. Someone put a card on the window there. A rubber ducky. Someone just literally just walked off, but before it did, they lit that candle. We've got Hulk and the Ultimate Warrior, which I pointed out last time. Ultimate Warrior, born in Martinsville, Indiana, and he passed away many years ago. The shop's open. This is 147 in this plaza over here. I know yesterday they did close here when Hulk passed away. I think all the stores closed, all three of them. One on Clearwater Beach, Orlando, and the new one here. I don't know if the Hangout closed, the restaurant, if they closed on Clearwater Beach. Maybe someone was out there and could comment below. I never got out. I ate breakfast at the Hangout. I never got out for their famous karaoke nights where Hulk Hogan would show up himself. He lived just down the street, and he would be one of the judges. But I've heard from a lot of friends they went out there and it was a great time. I'm sure that's all going to be different now. And the last time I was here, I bought a Hulk Hogan t-shirt, and I just wore it a few days ago. I didn't wear it in a video. I was just kind of wearing it around. It was a day I didn't film, and it's a lot busier than it was the last time I was in here. There's a lot of folks inside shopping. And also we have to mention Mr. Macho Man Randy Savage, who left us. He passed away. Also lived in the St. Pete, Clearwater area. He passed away, man, that's been like, what, 10, 15 years ago? He had that accident in St. Pete. That was a sad day, too. Sounds like they're playing. Hear the audio of the round. By the Hulk Hogan mustache here, look at that. And there's the Hogan wig. Also, you can get his giant fluffy necklace. Really cool. They got the ring up here, and look at this. They had some sort of seating set out, and this is all roped off. Got some chairs from SummerSlam from 2016 in New York. WrestleMania, March 30th. Safeco Field. American made, brother. American made. Now, last time we were here, they said for the grand opening, eventually there would be a giant statue of Hulk Hogan right here and Andre the Giant over there. Now, those are not here, and I hope that someday that still happens. I'm assuming it will. Assuming that will happen, and I will come back. I will update you when that happens, when the store is complete, if it happens. Shea Stadium. Right there. The old Shea Stadium. Wow. Yeah, Hulk signed that right there. And I think they were going to put like one of his wardrobe pieces. Oh, I think that cape, exactly. I think that cape will eventually be hanging right there that he wore at Shea Stadium, from what I remember. Hogan's belts here. NWO, look at that. World Heavyweight Wrestling Champion. Hogan. I think that's the real one right there. I don't even think you can buy it. These are some of the real belts that he won. There's so many belts between all three shops that were actually worn, or won and worn on TV. Chances are you watched them, saw him get it. Really cool how you get the real life stuff in these shops. There's Hogan on his bike right there. That's pretty gnarly. I think that's Florida. That may have been his Clearwater home, not the Clearwater Beach home, but his Clearwater home, his old one. There's a lot of images on the wall, both sides. This one specifically right here. Sting shared this same image yesterday on his Instagram. I see some new shirts up here since the last time I was here. Don't remember this one. This is really cool. I might end up getting this too. He's arm wrestling a black bear, Pigeon Forge shirt. How about the Hulk Hogan Bigfoot shirt? That's cool. Hulk still rules. Got Andre the Giant over here. Immortal Hulk Hogan. That, wow, it's a lot different today. And this is the shirt I bought the other day. I have this at home. Got it right here. Iron sharpens iron. I remember showing this last time I was here, Proverbs 27:17. Check this out, classic. Hulk ripping the shirt on his shirt. Wrestling is real, brother. People are fake. Looks like one left here. Yeah, I remember my cousin having one of these. So cool. Now these aren't one of the originals, it's a remake, but remember when these originally came out? I remember the commercials. Hulk's Hollywood Hogan bike. NWO. Too sweet. Check this out up here. There he is, Hollywood Hogan. Just about everything in here is signed by Hulk. So you're not only buying something, you're getting an autograph with it. And of course, it's a little more expensive to get an autograph. All right, so I just checked in with the people in charge here, and they said they're staying busy, hanging 10, just dealing with the news, man. It's got to be tough. One of Hulk's bandanas here. They had a lot more here. It's good that they're selling a lot of stuff. Here's a pop that Hulk signed right there. I'm not so sure how much it is. It's a Hollywood Hogan pop. That would be cool. They're playing Shawn Michaels walk-in music right now. Sexy boy. There's no video, just audio. WrestleMania 5 poster signed by Hulk Hogan. That would be amazing. Macho Man. And of course, Thunder Lips and Rocky 3, one of the best. Was just sharing this the last time I was here. I love the Rocky films, man. That's so cool. Mr. T also in that movie. I saw Sylvester Stallone share yesterday about the passing of Hulk Hogan on his Instagram as well. Talked about working with him in Rocky 3. I am that I am. Hulk Hogan. Signed it right there. Hall of Fame, John 3:16.
Let's give it up for
Someone's getting in the ring. American. Okay, I guess we can get in the ring. That's cool. They're gonna wrestle. So you can do this here? Okay. Down And also, rest in peace, Rick Derringer. Oh no, no pile driving. Rick Derringer passed away earlier this year too, who sang this song, Hulk Hogan's theme song. Check it out. Hollywood Hogan right here. I don't remember this the last time I was here. Gotta get a picture with this. Too sweet. Yeah, this wasn't out yet. Oh, they're having fun up there. Kinda wanna do it myself. I've never been in a wrestling ring. Always wanted to. Say your prayers, eat your vitamins. This is also a really cool shirt there. Here's a chair from WrestleMania 2018, April 8th, 2018. Check that out. Also, SummerSlam 2010, August 15th, 2010.
You better call somebody. Do you smell what the Rock is cooking? That's not my best Rock impression. All right, so they just made an announcement that they're closing tonight at 7:30. They're staying open an hour later. They normally close at 6:30. There's just a lot of folks that are coming in and out here. Gonna get in line. It's pretty long over there. A lot of folks in line buying merchandise. The line to check out just keeps growing. It's pretty awesome. A lot of folks coming and going. I've been in here about 20 minutes or so. I'm gonna get in line. I've noticed a lot of the autograph stuff. Since the last time I've been here, there is barely any of the autograph stuff left here for sale. There's just a few items, a couple of pops, a couple of toys. I don't see hardly anything for sale as far as having Hulk Hogan's signature on it as there was the first time I came here. A lot of people are obviously buying it. All right, this is a cool shirt. Hulk jumping on top of Bigfoot there. All right, guys, I actually bought two shirts. One I will be wearing tomorrow because it fits in with what I'm doing. I just talked to the store manager behind the counter. Her name's Brittany. Shout out to her. Thank you so much for all the info. It was cool to catch up with what's going on here. They are going to be open, as far as they know, forever. As of right now, the reason why we're not seeing a lot of autograph stuff out right now is because they haven't sold a lot. They brought it back in. They want to reevaluate all of the autograph memorabilia that Hulk signed before they start selling it again. Right there, Terry signed it. Hulk Hogan signed that, and it's pretty obvious that whatever he signed, that's it. No more. Hall of Fame. All right, they're still busy in there. Wow. Really no words right here. A lot of emotions. Hulk Hogan's wrestling shop, Pigeon Forge. We will be back for sure, guys. Much ahead. Anxious to see what all happens here. And for you Hulk Hogan fans out there that are hurting, I'm with you. Could definitely feel it in there. A lot of people, you know, telling the people behind the counter, they're giving their condolences, as did I, and telling their Hulk Hogan stories. It was really cool. I think these are new here. Forever, an icon, NWO for life, Marshall family, Pritchard family from Ohio right there. There's the card up there. All right, guys, well, guess what? I'm hungry. I haven't eaten much today. Earlier today, I mowed the yard. I bought a new weed eater, a new DeWalt weed eater, which is really nice. I needed an upgrade, and I didn't have much time to eat, so I'm hungry. We're in Pigeon Forge, and I might do barbecue or I might do tacos. Much ahead. A lot of folks stopping and taking pictures with the Hulk truck over there. And the micro wrestling van. All right, folks, I have made it to my dining destination. Check out this view. Out there, we got a mountain just before 441, the main strip. The other day I started my video right there at that pirate ship, and just down the way, I passed it on the way here, Lost Mine, the mountain coaster, and the mini golf. That's where we last left off in Pigeon Forge. Actually, you can see some of the Lost Mine mountain coaster right over there. Chris and I did 18 holes of mini golf. Where am I right now? Well, check this out. Welcome to Gorilla Tacos. This place is fairly new. I've been passing it the last several weeks. They just opened up. It's taco night for me. Are you guys ready? I hope you enjoy my food vicariously. I'm anxious to see what this place is all about. It's in the parking lot of Jimmy Buffett's, one of the many Jimmy Buffett's resorts here in Tennessee. We stayed at one before, but there's one right here on Tester Lane. And this all looks fairly new. Check this out. Oh wow, this fits with the theming. Gorilla Taco, they're in a wrestling ring. That's neat. Didn't plan that. Great gorilla giveaway. Win a $100 gift card. Ask your server for details. So this looks like a sit down. All right, check this out. Right when you walk in the front door, you've got the gorilla in the luchador mask on the ring. I had no idea this was like wrestling themed. It's really awesome.
That is dope.
All right, so it is a sit down restaurant. That's cool. Neon. A lot of cool gorilla references in here. Check this out. That's a cool lamp. Do not make eye contact with the gorilla. Whoops. Too late. They even got a wall of merchandise. Check it out. I work out so I can eat tacos. I think I've said that before, although I quit working out. All right, so there's a bar over there. I think I'm just gonna sit at the bar. I don't want to take up a whole table. Really neat theming in here. I had no idea what I was getting into before I came in here. This is my kind of place. I love Tex-Mex. I love gorillas, and I love wrestling. Look at that. Back here by the restrooms, they got some posters, some wrestling flyers. Taco Libre versus the Olay bootlegger. Olay. That's cool. Also, there's a wrestling belt up here and a mask. Also, here's another poster. That's obviously Dolly Parton right there. For the first time live, Taco Libre versus Skinny Blonde. Okay. This is hilarious. There's a lot of funny stuff going on the walls in here, everywhere you look. And here's the bar. Not too busy. Sit right here. Slam your hunger. The menu is awesome. Same picture we saw in the mural. We got a drink menu here. What am I gonna get? So they got, of course, they got quesadillas, burritos, bowls, nachos. They've got margarita towers. They actually got something called the Skinny Blonde and the old bootlegger. So those posters were the drinks. That's funny. So there's single tacos $5.99, 2 for $14.99, and 3 for $17.99. Here's all their tacos. They got them laid out: beef, chicken, pork, seafood, veggie. I got a sweet potato and fried avocado. I think I'm gonna do an El Pastor, a fried chicken taco, that'd be good, and a brisket taco, or maybe a carne asada, one of those. All right, so over my 3 tacos, I decided to get the grilled avocado taco, Al Pastor, and fried chicken. Looks like a good option. We got chips and salsa, and I got a Dos Equis. I don't always drink beer, but when I do, I prefer that one. And we also got the Rays Cincinnati Reds game on in the corner. Look at that. It's like they knew I was coming. All right, gorilla tacos, man. They are gorilla size, really. So got, I think this is the Al Pastor, which is the pork. This is the avocado, and this right here is the fried chicken. And of course you got the beans and the rice. Al Pastor. That was freaking delicious. As you can tell, I hated it. I think my favorite taco was, oddly enough, was the avocado taco. It was the best out of all 3 of those. This guy is freaking awesome. The tacos were great, but the atmosphere was the best. All right, they're playing some James Taylor, Mexico. Love this song. Love James Taylor. My dad was a huge fan. Always listened to James Taylor Greatest Hits by the pool every summer in Indiana. Look at this. Beautiful. You know what, guys? I think it's time to end the video. I want to thank you all for watching. Appreciate you. Love you guys. There's always much ahead. We've only just begun here in Pigeon Forge. Dedicate this to you Hulk Hogan fans out there. So thank you for sticking to the end. Thanks, everyone. Please know that you're awesome, that you're loved, and no matter who you are, what you're going through, just know there's always much ahead. Life is precious. Make it count every day. And who knew that Gorilla Tacos would have one of the best views here in Pigeon Forge? Look at this. Great spot to grab some tacos and a photo with the family. All right, guys, I'll see you tomorrow. We've got a lot to do. Forever. Much ahead.